Joining me now here exclusively at the Reagan National Economic Forum is Shaun Maguire, partner at Sequoia Capital, focused on seed and early rounds. And it's so great to be speaking with you. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, Morgan. Great to be here.
Let's start right there with the report that Kate Rooney just put out. How closely are you tracking what we're seeing play out in terms of policy in higher education and what it means for taxes and future dollars that go into investment funds?
Yeah, we're very lucky at Sequoia. We're a 53-year-old firm. We have very long relationships with our LPs who we pride ourselves on working with great causes, so many of which are institutions you're well familiar with. But we've been a net liquidity source for LPs almost every year in the last decade, and so we are lucky to have slightly more favorable dynamics than some of our partners or some of our peers.
Yeah, and you are an investor. We just talked about it. We teased it before the break, but you are an investor in a number of Elon Musk's companies, including XAI, SpaceX, as well. We know today was his last day as a special government employee. I want to get your thoughts on that and the fact that he's going to be setting his sights even more so back on his companies.
First of all, we're very lucky to be in business with Elon. Sequoia led the Series A in PayPal a long time ago, so has known Elon and Peter Thiel and that whole community for a very long time. My partner Roelof Botha was the CFO at PayPal when they went public. I think Elon's doing exactly what he said he would do, which is he's a special government employee. It's 130 days in. That time is up. He had a great interview with J.D. Vance, and a good conversation with the president today. Personally, obviously, I think it would be great to have him back in the building with a bunch of his companies, even more time than he had the last 130 days. But I think it's easy to miss the big picture here. Like, in my opinion, Elon just did an incredible service for our country, and I wish more people had gratitude for him for that.
We talk a lot about his companies, particularly Tesla on CNBC because it's public, but SpaceX had another major moment this week, too, with another Starship test flight. You've been invested in that company for a while. It's most highly valued, or one of the most highly valued private companies in the world. How do you think about the valuation of SpaceX? How does Starship fit in?
So we first invested in SpaceX in 2019. Starlink, first dollar of revenue came in end of 2020. Starship is unbelievable. It's going to be the vehicle that takes us to Mars and beyond, makes us multiplanetary. But even if you didn't have Starship, just the Starlink financial profile alone, I think more than justifies, in my opinion, the current valuation. And so I am unbelievably optimistic about Starship, and I think we'll see. I think that Starship will have a big impact faster than people realize. And what we've been seeing is testing phase. SpaceX is, and Elon is willing to test in public, which I find pretty amazing. But if anything, I think the valuation of SpaceX right now is maybe even conservative.